What's up, everybody? How are you guys doing? Let me just make sure we're all set. Looks like we're live on YouTube. How are you guys doing? I'm doing all right. I felt like I was getting sick, and tomorrow I probably won't be able to stream. So I'm like, fuck it. There is so much to talk about. Let's just go live. Just gonna wait for my wife. She usually checks to make sure that the Twitch and Kick is working, everything's set, and then we'll get started. How are you guys doing today? Looks like the trying to make sure this is working. All right, so YouTube's working. What's up, Riverwind? Unofficial DSP historian. That's an awesome name. That is awesome. That's amazing. All right. So yeah, we have several topics to talk about today. We have a attempted murder pretty much that happened live on Kick. Then we have multiple other topics, but we'll start with that. So you guys might have heard the situation with Raja Jackson. And this is the son of Rampage Jackson. Apparently, he got into some type of ego trip and he started beating the shit out of this guy. Now, I'm going to choose Moist Critical's video because he is very good at censoring stuff and he has a lot to lose. He doesn't want to get a community guideline making millions of dollars on his YouTube channel. So he's good. He makes it very censored for YouTube. So let's take a look at what actually happened over here. And then we'll take a look at the deep dive that an MMA channel did. So let's take a look. So he jumps on the stage. The other ones are doing their wrestling, whatever. He does the takedown. It looks, regular stuff, scripted, whatever. And then he just starts wailing on him. While the guy's unconscious. And even like censored like that, I'm kind of like iffy. Like I don't want to show too much. But at some point, other people get involved and stop the beating. Like this guy is beating up someone who is completely unconscious. So yeah. Now this guy gets involved and stops the situation. So yeah, 27 punches while the guy's unconscious. So it's really, really extreme stuff, really uncalled for. And what we'll do right now is we'll take a look at someone who is in a good position to explain the situation because this is a MMA channel. So it's called ITP MMA Live. And the title of the video is Raja Jackson's attempted murder case is more disturbing than you think. So it looks like we are going to get the entire context here. Without further ado, let's get started. Yeah, we already seen that. I don't want to get my channel demonetized, a brand new channel. Let's be kind of cautious. But yeah, he beat the fuck out of him. So yeah, so let's take a look.
I genuinely think that this video might get taken down if I do. Regardless, I will have a link in the description where you can watch the whole thing yourself. I make a lot of videos where I'll say that I disagree with what someone did or what someone said, but I'll still make a few dumb jokes and try to make light of the situation. But this is some genuinely despicable stuff. And the fact that everything that led up to this attack was captured on 4K quality via his Kick live stream is going to be really bad for Raja when he inevitably finds himself in court, because I think this dude just ruined his life, all for some internet clout, by the way. Of course, not only is Raja the son of an MMA legend like Rampage, but he himself is an MMA fighter too, so this really does not help in painting the sport in a positive light. And yeah, in this video, we're going to be talking about all this and more. Okay, here's what started things off.
So what I find interesting is that this happened on Kick, and Kick had a rough week. I'm sure you guys are familiar if you've been watching my channel or other channels. There was that incident with the French streamer that died live on air. Well, it turns out there's a lot more to that story. Turns out that those two guys were previously investigated for that torture, possibly even arrested. I haven't looked into it that deep. And there's also allegations that the guy's father is really well connected in that town. So that's why the coroner was saying, oh, we can't determine the cause of death. There's no foul play here. So there might be corruption involved. Now, that being said, Kick had a rough week where that thing just went viral. And now this is going viral where this guy is almost killed on stream again. So they're going to need to crack down on this shit because you don't want your platform to be associated with all the degenerate shit. Like, yes, Johnny Somali was on Kick, Ice Poseidon's on Kick, you know, and they're kind of like on the line of what's acceptable or not. But straight up violence is never a good look for advertisers. Advertisers are just going to pull off. So we'll see what happens with that. If I'm assuming this guy is going to get permabanned, like, I don't see what else could possibly happen.
What about, where's the real McKill at? Where's he at?
You don't need to worry about him. You need to be worried about Psycho Stu.
Psycho Stu?
What, you don't know me?
Hell no. Yeah.
Hey, hey, I think that's a little.
Oh!
Oh, you don't show it?
All right, let's watch that again.
Oh!
So he just broke like a can of Red Bull on the guy's head. Okay.
You don't show it?
He's not a fucking worker, bro. Calm down.
Yeah, what the fuck was that?
You're good. You're good. You're good. You're good.
What the fuck was that?
You don't sell it?
Dude, he's not a fucking
Bro.
worker, bro.
What the fuck was that? Hold on. I don't play that shit, bro.
Oh, sorry.
Nah, I will fuck him
we're
up,
good.
bro.
I know
No,
you will.
no.
We're good. We're good.
I will
Sorry,
fuck.
The amount of testosterone there, they're all trying to figure out who's the biggest tough guy and who has the biggest dick. It's so ridiculous. But yeah, obviously that was uncalled for. Not worth sending the guy to the morgue or the hospital.
Him up, bro. I don't play that shit.
Look, I think that we can all agree that this guy smashing a can on Raj's head was completely uncalled for, and I would argue that any of us would be pissed off too if that were done to us. The can smasher's name is Psycho Stu, and it seems clear that this was the first time he and Raja had met. I also think it says a lot that all the other wrestlers who saw what happened immediately jump in to let Raja know that Psycho Stu was out of line. Stu says he thought Raja was a fellow pro wrestler, which I really don't know if that makes smashing a can on his head any more reasonable, but for what it's worth, Stu does apologize pretty quickly after realizing what he did was stupid. In fact, Stu apologizes 2 more times after this.
To fucking seal that.
Yeah. Hey, yeah.
I'm sorry, bro.
Hey, it's gonna all work out, dude.
Yeah, as long as I can do that. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
all gonna work
All
out.
right, bet.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I appreciate it.
I didn't know. I thought you were a worker.
I mean, this could have been it. The guy did something stupid. He apologized. That's it. End of story. No need to go batshit crazy and start beating the guy to death. But I wonder if there's more to it. I wonder if there's more to just this because this seems to be like a disagreement. They handle it like men, move on. You know, there's a lot of testosterone flowing. They're like, all right, whatever, disagreement, let's move on. But yeah.
I get it.
We're not working out. Well, he's gonna come out on your mat, too. I know you keep thinking we're working. We're always working.
I get it. Yeah. I get it now. Now you
You know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
Os? We're always working. So we'll set it up. I'll have him come out during your mat so we could fucking seal the whole thing and we'll make something out of it.
Like, the guy clearly felt bad about what he did, and he went out of his way to apologize 3 whole times within 5 minutes of the incident. It was obviously a really stupid thing for him to do, but the guy was a man enough to admit his mistake, and at this point, that's the best thing that he could have done, and I personally feel like all of his apologies were sincere. And I will say that at this point in the live stream, it really did seem like cooler heads prevailed. The guys were able to broker some peace between Raja and Stu, and the plan was for Raja to be a surprise guest during the wrestling match where he gets to take down Stu and land a punch or two, but like fake wrestling punches, obviously. Raja was given the VIP treatment by the show where he got to be backstage and hang out with the crew, and he was given front row seats for when the event started. It seemed like water was under the bridge and everyone was on the same page until Raja sat down and started reading his live stream chat. And unfortunately, this guy got...
That's the problem. He is going to let his ego take over. I knew something was going to happen, and yup, it had to do with ego. Everything was chill, and all of a sudden, he starts reading his chat. Everybody's calling him a cuck, calling him a bitch, saying, how are you going to let him cuck you like that? And you guys know that right now we have a pretty small, tight-knit community. You know, I'm a new streamer. But once you have a large volume of viewers, there will be trolls that are just out there to see you fuck up. They want you to make mistakes. And that's exactly what's about to happen right here. I knew some shit was gonna
Rage
happen.
baited by his chat so hard to the point where he went from relatively chill about the situation all the way back to wanting to fight Psycho Stu again.
So, GF, and the motherfucker hit me with a can, thought I was a pro wrestler and shit because I have a camera and stuff. And he's a little like fucked up, a little drunk or something. And shit pissed me off. And I'm gonna have to get him back. They said I can go in the ring and get his ass. I don't even know what I'm gonna do to him now. You thought I was at a gay strip club. What the fuck?
So when that's so funny, a gay strip club with a bunch of wrestlers, and that's the thing. You can see here that this is going to bite him in court, where there's premeditation. The guy is saying, "I don't know what I'm gonna do to him, but I have to get back at him." So there is premeditation here. That is going to be a significant problem when this ends up in court, because it will. Like, you can't just wail on someone that is unconscious and expect to get away with it. It's not gonna happen.
Literally said that he and Stu were chill like 15 minutes earlier, but his dumbass chat kept calling him a pussy for not fighting him on the spot over a misunderstanding.
No, I'm beating this guy's ass, bro. I'm trying to see how long I get to stay in there for. I don't know how long I get to stay in there.
Bro, when the cops see this clip, which they absolutely will, by the way, seeing as it's not hard at all to find the full live stream online, they are going to realize that the attack was premeditated, which is going to make this situation so much.
It's exactly what I just said. This is premeditated assault. This is not good. Assault with several injuries, with severe injuries. What's up, everybody? We have a lot of people in the house. Justine, Riverwind, Vestige of Peace, Maddie, thank you for being here. Z Gundam, nice to see you here, you guys.
Much worse for Raja.
I'm shutting this fucking shit down, chat. Fuck this dude. I ain't gonna hurt him too bad, though.
You really see the descent into madness as he lets himself get riled up again by his chat. Mind you, by the time that he says this, the event has been going on for about 50 minutes, and the entire time he's been staring at his phone talking to the chat. This is some hardcore mental illness. He's invited to be a special guest at the show, he claims to be a fan of pro wrestling, yet he's consumed by the thoughts and opinions of people he doesn't even know who are egging him on to commit battery live on camera. Is this seriously what the world has come to now?
You think I'm capping?
Yes, that's seriously what the world is coming to. The thing is that ego is very, very dangerous, and pride is very dangerous. This guy saw that he was getting punked, even though he handled himself decently. He said, "No, don't play with me. I'm not a wrestler. I'm just here as a guest." The guy apologized. That's it. Move on. And this could have been, good for his career. He's there. He's going to come on stage. He performs. But no, this guy threw it all away because of his massive, insanely, overly inflated ego. Overinflated.
Cairo, you think I'm fucking capping? I'm not capping, nigga. Straight up. Oh, you think he's stronger than me? I'm not playing. I'm straight up, for real. I'm not playing no games, bro. I'm not playing no fucking games. I don't know how old the nigga is.
Do you see what I mean? He is so concerned about what his chat thinks of him. Dog, they're just names on a screen that are trying to get a rise out of you, and it's working. Could you imagine being so insecure that you let a bunch of random people online influence your actions and decisions? Could you imagine being so insecure that you let a bunch of random people online convince you to nearly beat a man to death?
So, like Maddie said over here, this is the Johnny Somali defense, which is a defense that doesn't work in court. The chat made me do it. No, dude, the chat cannot convince you to commit felonies. Only you can make that decision. And in this case, he did. He's about to go on there and commit that very, very serious crime. Like, dude, you just got played. You got played by your own chat. You guys know Ice Poseidon. I covered him in multiple videos. His chat is so toxic. They actually called a bomb threat while he was on a plane. They just want to see his demise. That's all they want to see. So yeah, this is what's happening right here. It's people that don't have his best interests at heart. They just want to see him get completely owned. And in this case, it's going to be criminal charges. So up to here, scripted, perfectly fine. It was part of the show. It's all planned. And then, yeah. Okay. Well, we already seen this, and I'm not getting a guideline strike. So let's see what happened afterwards.
Hey, 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 hey
You have your mic on you, right?
Yeah, I got my fucking mic.
Look at that. His shirt's full of blood. It's crazy. It's nuts.
Nigga should have hit me with a fucking beer can. I'm tired of everybody thinking I'm soft and weak and shit.
Dude, the first
The first
thing he does when he's removed from the venue is respond to his chat. Let that sink in. IRL streaming is a plague to society where a bunch of children are steering the lives of man-children. And I understand that Raja just punched a lifeless body 22 times in a row, but this might be the craziest part of the entire situation for me. Dude, you just committed a fucking felony on camera. The last thing you should be worrying about is if Noob Slayer 69 thinks the altercation was staged.
I told you to double leg that motherfucker and start welding him. I just saw the video.
Shit pissed me off though, Andre.
I understand that, but now they can't wake the nigga up.
Yeah, now they can't wake him up. Now what? Yeah, now you're going to prison. Now what? Like, maybe you should have thought about that before? Like, what the fuck?
He's fucking in the ring, fucking flatline, bro.
They're using the word flatline. This guy's heart possibly has stopped. It's crazy.
My bad.
Didn't have to do all that shit.
Yeah, my bad. Oh, sure. Okay, my bad. Is that going to raise him from the hospital? From my understanding, he's still in the hospital. We are going to see after this video if there's any legal updates or anything like that. Did he get arrested? Is what's going on? But yeah, we're gonna find out soon.
Saying y'all had heat, you didn't have to fucking take it there.
My bad. What in the lack of accountability and emotional control is this? So fortunately or unfortunately, I'm not entirely sure at this point. This is the last clip from the live stream. Yeah, if this is not a prime example of how society is deteriorating, then I don't know what is.
So that's his father, Rampage.
I hope it was staged. I hope it's staged.
No, it's not staged. It's not staged.
Because sometimes people do hardcore. Some people do hardcore pro wrestling.
To be fair, it was staged in the sense that it was fully premeditated and planned for in advance, but the only one who knew what was going to happen was Raja. I love the reaction from both Rampage and Sneeko when they realize how serious the situation is. And then Rampage posted a PR response where he basically makes it seem like what Raja did was an accident instead of him viciously beating an unconscious man to the point where he needed to be pulled off by like 5 other guys. He seriously makes it seem like Raja was a part of a wrestling stunt gone wrong. Like, what the fuck is this? Rampage
That is ridiculous. That is not a wrestling stunt gone wrong. Come on, dude. I mean, I get it. That's his son, and you have to defend your kids, but like, you know, this looks terrible for him. There's no way to explain this other than he got seriously butthurt, and then he lost his mind, and then his mind went completely blank, and he beat the shit out of the guy while the guy is unconscious. So, yeah.
does claim that Psycho Stu was awake and stable as of last night, but I'm not entirely sure how much we can believe this because, again, this reads like a very PR formulated response, so who knows what's actually going on. But can we please talk about how Rampage ends the message by apologizing to Kick.com? I understand that he's probably making good money from doing these streams.
So he's not even concerned about the victim. He's worried about Kick, which is crazy.
And all, but this is a shameless level of bootlicking that I thought Rampage would be above, but I guess not. Oh, I'm sorry my daddy's at Kick.com. Please don't be mad at me for what my son did. I still want to make money off your platform. Please don't cut me off. Mind you, a couple of weeks ago, Rampage literally said on stream that he set aside bail money for Raja in case something ever happened.
Raja and his oldest son, whole life, I knew them two wasn't going to college. And my two Japanese kids, I knew that it was going to college. So I saved up college tuition for the two Japanese kids and bail money for Roger and his brother. So
it's like you're covered, man. Whenever you commit crimes, I have bail money for you. That is ridiculous. Thank you, Susan. I appreciate that.
Don't fuck with him. If you go to jail, I'm just going to bail him out.
Well, that is not going to help his case when the court finds out that he had protection from his father, that he was already set to commit crimes, and that he was going to get bailed out immediately. That doesn't look good. That looks like premeditation, if you ask me.
This guy is so screwed. I don't know how much more of an open and shut case this is going to be, considering I was able to find all of these clips within an hour. When your dad feels the need to tell the world that you're such a loose cannon that he has to set aside bail money for you, that says a whole lot about your character. And as far as I'm aware, this is the complete story up to now. Not gonna lie, guys, this situation makes me feel pretty sad. I'm not sad for Raja, though. This guy is going to get what's coming to him, and frankly, he deserves every second of jail time that's for sure coming his way. I have seen clips of him and his dad doing IRL streams together, and it's weird. In most of the clips, it's actually Rampage being the one losing his cool on random people and getting into trouble. Raja seemed to be the chiller of the two, but that was just my impression from watching a very small amount of their content. But now that I'm done watching an entire 2-hour live stream of this guy, he seems very unstable. The amount of times he jumps back and forth from being angry to kind of chill is creepy as hell, and the way that he snapped clearly indicates that he's a danger to society. And you know what? I don't even feel bad for Rampage either. Sure, he wasn't at all responsible for what happened, but I will also say that he hasn't been a great example on how to act right over the last 2 decades either. Of course,
Yeah, the kid is totally unhinged. Like, totally unhinged.
can say that he's been super weird towards female reporters in the past, but even nowadays, half the clips that I see posted from his live stream are him getting in people's faces or just being a nuisance in public. Given this is how he's always been, so I'm not going to say that he's doing all this.
I think I saw this guy stream with, I think it was Jack Doherty. Hold on. Let me just check real quick. I'm pretty sure it was Jack Doherty. Yeah, well, anything that's coming up right now is about his son beating up that guy, so it's not going to come up. But let's see if we see that his son got arrested. So Raja Jackson arrested. So the LAPD is investigating. There's outrage, but at this point, he hasn't been arrested yet. So in this case, I think they're going to investigate. No arrest yet, but there's no way he gets out of this without going to jail or without getting arrested. There's absolutely no chance whatsoever, because that was so uncalled for, so unnecessary. Anyways, very good video by ITP MMA Live. That was pretty good. Let's finish
this for internet clout as much as he's in it for the bag. But if this is how he acts on camera, then I really wonder what Raj has seen his dad do or heard him say when there's no one filming. Anyways, I am sad for Psycho Stu because he definitely did not deserve that beating, but I'm also sad for humanity itself. IRL streaming is a scourge to society where a bunch of good-for-nothing losers act like a bunch of good-for-nothing losers in public. This goes beyond the Jacksons, by the way. I just despise everything that IRL streaming and IRL streamers.
All right. I keep forgetting that we can't show too much of this, but yeah, really messed up. This video blew up, got a lot of views, but we're gonna keep an eye on this situation. He needs to get arrested. There's no other way around it. This guy needs to get arrested. All right, so we are going to go from a degenerate MMA fighter to a douche fake alpha male. And I've never heard about this guy. So I'm familiar with some of the fake alpha males. So there's, let's see, there's Wes Twatson. That's one of them. There's Dan Brazilian. That's another one of them. There's a couple other. There's a King Azuli or some shit. But now there's this guy called Vincent Fisher. I've never heard of this guy before. Saintaholic made a video on this guy, and let's take a look. It looks like it's gonna be some really funny shit.
Like, I'm a big advisor. When you start making money, bro, remove yourself from every repetitive task. I don't drive anymore if I don't want to. I don't walk my dog if I don't want to. I don't cook my own food. I don't make my own coffee. I don't really do anything.
That's success right there. You don't do anything. Okay, dude. Great. Okay. But how long do you spend on that haircut every morning? Holy shit. Well, these douchebag influencers are just so something else. It's like they always, I look at this and I'm like, who falls for this shit? Who falls for this?
Vincent Fisher, the best man of the world. Yes, yes.
That guy, he's different. Hi, boss. What the fuck? Like 99% of people are failing at life. If you just understand that simple fact, that means that 99% of opinions are invalid. I think now is the last opportunity to get into the online game before.
Oh, now he's getting to it. Get into the online game. You already know this guy is going to sell you a course. He's selling you something. The fact that he has the penthouse and everything, he's trying to get something out of you, and it's not just watch time. That's for damn sure.
It's just the barrier to entry is too high. Now, boys, with that being said, your time is running out. You still have an entry point to the most booming industry in the world right now, which is the online coaching space. Guys, this space is creating more millionaires than any other field.
Well, guys, it looks like we are back with one of the biggest cornballs of the alpha male universe, and the only man who is out here in 2025 rocking the bowl cut turned into a perm. And if you somehow don't know who I'm talking about, I would of course be referring to good old Vincent Fisher, or as
I don't know who you're talking about. It's the first time that I see this douchebag ever. I have never seen this guy before, and I try to keep up with them because they're pretty funny. Like that Wes Twatson, that guy's funny. Like the insecurity is so hilarious. They're really high quality lolcows, but I don't know if they match DSP, but they're good quality lolcows. I don't know if this guy is gonna become a top 2 lolcow or a top 3, but he has the looks, that's for sure.
Many of you have come to call him good old Pubes Watson. And if you're unfamiliar with who Vincent Fisher actually is, he is basically what I think would happen if Bob Ross and Andrew Tate had a child, and that child became obsessed with the fact that he dropped out of high school. Because good old Vincent here just tries to flex that no matter what, and ended up making it into his very own brand. That this man was too stupid to be able to get one of the easiest levels of education, and is obviously insecure about it because anytime it's brought up, the man ends up going on a tangent before saying that he would take himself out of the game if he had to sit behind a desk and work a corporate job. Which I don't know who told him that if you finish high school you're forced to sit behind a desk to work a corporate job, but I guess in his mind, there was just no other choice.
Dropped out of high school at 16. I was like, I don't want to take the traditional education route, not because I knew what online coaching was. I just knew if I sat behind a desk my whole life, I'd shit myself in the head. Right? There was no in between. If I had to sit behind a cubicle for 50 years.
Dude, like the other guy said, like, you don't have to do a desk job. Like, I think finishing high school is like a bare minimum. Like, that's not like, you're not talking about college, you're not talking about university, but it's like, just have a little bit of education. Because if this whole like douchebag persona, like whatever the fuck this is, if this doesn't work, then you're gonna need to fall back on something else. And the thing with these guys is that they spend so much money faking it. You ever heard the expression, fake it until you make it? Well, this is what these guys do. They'll rent this penthouse. They'll try to hit up people and say, hey, can I borrow your car? Can I do this? Just to give the impression that they're successful. But then it's like, deep down, they have nothing. And most of the time, they're just total phonies. Like Jack Doherty is renting his jewelry. Renting jewelry. He's probably paying interest on that. It's nuts. It's crazy. Yeah.
I myself. Guys, I didn't drop out of high school because I was dumb or I didn't want to do it. I dropped out of high school because if I had to sit behind a desk and work a corporate job the rest of my life, I'd myself in the head. I mean that.
And our very proud high school dropout here is just another one of the typical Wes Watson wannabes, to where he sells a course teaching you how to sell your own courses, which in turn just creates this chain of endless fitness coaches with...
Yeah, that's called, you know, a pyramid. If you're selling some shit and then the other guy under you has to sell the same shit and you make money off his shit, and that guy is going to make money off the shit under him. Yeah, it's a pyramid scheme. It's this multi-level marketing bullshit. And it's like, yeah, it is coming from Andrew Tate. I think, was Andrew Tate the first real like fake alpha guy and fake like internet guru? I mean, there was Tai Lopez, right? Remember the commercial like 10 years ago? The guy was in his garage showing his Lamborghini and he was like, look at all the money I have, but I read books. And then it turns out that when you zoom in on the Lamborghini, you'll see a rental sticker. Yeah, I think Tai Lopez was the first one because I remember that shit like 12 years ago. It was a while ago. And he still he still came back apparently not too long ago.
Only a few at the top actually making money off of all the other ones that they convinced to buy into this. And while doing so, Vincent Fisher just always manages to do it in the goofiest ways possible. And since the last time we covered him, he has been continuing his usual antics, like flexing the fact that his girlfriend is a gold digger and making it rain on her with fake money, or just having her sit there and pretend to praise him.
Well, what's the point of that? How long is that going to take to clean up? And what if these bills were real and then some of them fall in the vents? Like this is just nonsense. This is complete nonsense. What's the point of this? You know, I want to tell you guys a story because I had a friend that got into multi-level marketing when I was way younger. And this guy was chronically unemployed. So he was just living off the government, living off the province. He would get a check every month. And he was like, oh, you know, instead of getting a job, I'm going to do this multi-level marketing shit where he had to pay $500 up front. And at that time, for him, especially $500 was a lot of money. So he showed me this little pamphlet that the guru gave to him. And it was like, oh, you sign up these people and these people and these people. And then the first week you make 1,000. The second week you make 3,000. And then he's like, oh, look at this. In a month, I'll be at this level. I'll be into the senior position. And it's like, dude, you wasted your money. This guy spent $500 and he got absolutely nothing out of it. He didn't make a single penny. So that's how they make their money. It's just convincing dummies to buy their shit, knowing very well that it's completely worthless. This is so sad.
Vincent Fisher, the best man of the world. Yes, yes.
And when he hasn't just been posting dumb shit like this, Vincent Fisher here also has a habit to where he sits there and pretends to be on a podcast, but in reality, it just looks like the man is talking to himself. And during these goofy-ass little podcasts, where it looks like he's talking to himself, or if he does have someone there, they just sit there and agree with everything, he has pretty much just become known for sitting there and glazing the absolute shit out of himself, and just saying some ridiculous random-ass shit in order to try and look cool so that people click on his courses and try to buy into the same thing. And a lot of the time, the man's just yapping and not making any sense whatsoever.
Like 99% of people are failing at life. If you just understand that simple fact, that means that 99% of a...
He thinks this is like so profound. This is so intelligent. It's like, dude, you're just an Andrew Tate wannabe. You're like, basically, if you order Andrew Tate on Wish, this is what you get. And you have to like glue the pubes on top of his head because it's not included. Like, this is just so sad. And what's even sadder is that there will be people that will look up to this guy and think this is like acceptable and this is like, you should be like this guy. It's so pathetic.
Opinions are invalid because those opinions lead to those people being failures at life. So if you want to become successful, do the exact opposite of what everybody else is telling you to do.
Yeah. That is so brain dead. That is such a stupid take. Do the opposite of what people are telling you to do. So just be a contrarian, just be a naysayer, just you know, your parents tell you get a job, you're like 21 years old, you don't want to, and that's gonna bring you further in life. How exactly? Like, what the fuck? This guy is just spewing pure bullshit, like complete nonsense.
Everybody told me like go to school, finish high school, bro. I was like, high school. Everybody was like, yo, Vince, get a good job. And I was like, getting a job. They told me not to invest in self-development. I was like, it. I'm investing in self-development. And me doing all of the exact opposite things to what 99% of people that were failing were doing allowed me to succeed on every single level. I came home, you know, I was being driven in the Phantom, bro. I come home, I see my SVJ, I see the Urus. I noticed there's a boot on my girl's Urus, bro, the one I bought for her. And I was just laughing at it. You know, we drive up, my driver's laughing too. And we go to the valet area and he's like, hey man, $80. I was like, $80. I was like, okay, here, you know. And he's walking me to take off the boot. And he's like, man, you should have parking spots. You should have this. What's going on, man? I was like, I fucking bought this car for my girl. But the biggest inconvenience to me getting a boot on my car isn't paying the $80. It's walking to go take it off. Like, that's the level of money you get to where you're making.
I can't, man. I can't. Look at this douchebag burning a fake $100 bill, and he has this pile of Monopoly money with a gun. And he's not even portraying the appearance of a gangster. That's not what he's been doing this whole time. He's not portraying like he's some kind of thug or he's drug dealing or some shit. He's just supposed to be these like alpha male douchebag. So why the gun? Why is the gun there? It's so weird. Oh my God, what a douche. I can't wait to see this guy at 60. Hey guys, you want to make money? What the fuck?
So much cash that your human hours are worth too much for little tasks. Like, I'm a big advisor, when you start making money, bro, remove yourself from every repetitive task. I don't drive anymore if I don't want to. I don't walk my dog if I don't want to. I don't cook my own food. I don't make my own coffee. I don't really do anything. As soon as you get rich, your #1 goal should be buying your time back. And then you can use that clarity and that mental space that you have to continue to grow more.
And I don't know where he pulls these statistics from.
You know what was the best part of that clip? The only good part was the Lil Wayne instrumental. That part was good. I think it was She Will, which was a collaboration with Drake, which Drake, not so fan of anymore, but that was a good ass song. So I will give him credit that at least he used a good instrumental for his video. That's the only credit he will get from me throughout this entire video.
I'm out of his ass. Like 99% of people are apparently just failing, or what he even looks at failing as actually being, or even why the man is so determined to just remain a dumbass and not just go ahead and get a very simple form of education for himself, which is something that you would think he would want to do since he's always talking about self-improvement. And all of that's crazy enough, but the craziest part to me is that this man just tried to say he is so rich that he can't even take his dog for a walk or make a cup of coffee. And I have never seen a next level fake flex like that one right there, because I have absolutely no idea what being rich has to do with taking your dog for a fucking walk. But apparently in his mind, it's just beneath him. And I guess it is of course not the only thing that he views as being beneath him, because he also has this habit of pretty much just shitting on people who work a 9-to-5 job. And as you can tell, he calls them the 99% and can't comprehend the fact that a lot of people are very satisfied with the job they have.
But so he's talking shit about people that are educated. He's talking shit about people that are employed. But what does he do exactly? Like, where does he get this money that he's so proud about? Like, I haven't heard a single explanation as to how is he above all these people. Like, what does he do? It's like, it's almost like a paradox. It's like the douchebag is rich and has a bunch of expensive cars and he lives in a penthouse, but how does the douchebag make that money? It is not explained, and that's because it's most likely some scamming shit.
They got the education they did so that they could go ahead and work that job. But instead, I guess he'd rather you just give him your money so that you can pretend to flex online as well, and so that you can say that you can't take your dog for a walk because you were too busy counting your $100 bills. Or in Vincent's case, you were too busy covering your floor with fake bills and throwing them on your wife to make it rain.
Boys, there's different types of people in the world, right? What's the difference between me at 22 years old tanning my balls on a yacht and the guy that's working 9 to 5?
22 years old? Did I hear that right? What's up, Minzy? Nice to see you here. I hope he doesn't mean 22 years old now. Like, he's saying like 32 years old, right? There's no way.
It's conformity, right? It's acting like everybody else without thinking or knowing why. You ask the average person, why are you going to school? To get a degree. Why are you getting that degree? To get a good job. Why do you want the job? Because everybody else gets a job. When you take a step back and think and you conform to the 1% instead of the other 99%.
Do you see how disinterested this guy over here is? He's like, what the fuck? What did I get myself into? Why am I listening to this absolute pointless, shirtless douchebag? Like, what the fuck? He looks like he would rather be anywhere but here.
End up in situations you couldn't imagine. The #1 rule of success I live by is unless somebody has the result I want out of life, I'm not listening to them. You know what I mean? Would you take advice from a fat person on how to get jacked? Probably not. The same way you shouldn't be taking financial advice from your broke friends, your parents. As much as you love them, if they don't have the results you want, they have incorrect information.
I mean, that is not 100% wrong. I will agree that, you know, I'm not in the best shape, but I go to the gym. I have a personal trainer, and if I went there and it's like the guy's fatter than me, I'll be like, you might not have the best advice for me. You know, that's not 100% wrong. Same way if you're getting advice and you're going to a financial planner and the guy's in debt and is about to file bankruptcy, you don't want advice from them because they don't know what the fuck they're talking about if they can't apply it to themselves. So that's not necessarily wrong, but that doesn't mean you should take advice from this clown because it's fake. All these fake douchebag influencers, they don't live a real life. It's all smoke and mirrors. So don't believe what you see on the internet just like that.
It's not that they want to hold you back. It's that they don't know, right? And it's up to you to wake them up. You're not going to do that by talking. You're not going to do it by convincing them. You're going to do it with results.
And it seems that these flexing videos and little random monologues he was doing may not have been getting him the results he wanted and wasn't getting him the attention that he clearly just seems to seek. Because he ended up recently finding a new way to try to flex on everyone and to try to get that attention that he just craves so much. And this was to apparently...
You know, that you're 100% right, Red River said it's so ironic how these alpha fucks always piss on average people. But I have to ask, with all that money and materialistic things, are they really happy? I doubt it. And that's one thing I realized. And I've seen people in my life, and some people, it's like you're chasing money. Even if you get a shit ton of money, you know, that is not happiness. What really gives you happiness is purpose, stability, and love. Of course, if you don't have money, your stability is affected and, you know, it can cause stress. It's good to have money. You should have, you know, savings and whatnot. And living paycheck to paycheck is extremely stressful. I've been there. I don't like it at all. That being said, once you have purpose, you find true happiness. And for me, that happened when I met my wife and then we had kids. I found purpose and then I found true happiness where, yeah, I am very money oriented. I want nice things. You see, I have some nice instruments in the background, but the purpose is to see your kids grow, make your wife happy. So, you know, money isn't everything. And I've said that many times and I've seen it many times. You see, Aiden Ross just bought a mansion for like $150 million or some crazy shit like that. And he was saying that he is depressed, that he doesn't want to tell his chat because he's dealing with depression, which proves that even with a $150 million mansion, you are not going to automatically be happy. So, yeah.
Go ahead and sell his SVJ because he wasn't driving it much, and supposedly bought a $3 million hypercar that he also probably won't be driving much. And it just ended up changing his entire persona and personality because he's been trying to rebrand himself as the only 22-year-old in the world with this expensive of a car, and has been talking about it non-stop over the past 7 days or so.
Yo, so boys, I think we might have just sold the SVJ. Now, I'm not 100% sure, but I wasn't driving it much, right? Like, I felt like it was becoming too attainable at the same
22-year-old, right? Like, am I tripping or something?
Time. Now, if this deal pulls through, I might be the only 22-year-old in the world that has a $3 million plus hypercar. Now, I'm going to give you guys a hint. There's less than 100 of these made in the world. It's over 3 million. Let me know what your guesses might be.
But why though? Like, that is something I will never understand. Like, I understand if you have a bunch of money and let's say you have like $10 million of disposable income, you know, which I highly doubt this guy has. But let's say if you have $10 million of disposable income, I would understand buying a 300 grand Lamborghini. I would get it. Sure. You want to treat yourself to something nice. Sure. But $3 million on a car, like, that is such a waste. It's a car, like, you know, and it's like, yeah, okay, it might be able to achieve extreme speeds, but where are you going to be able to use that? Nowhere. Like, you're going to get arrested. You're going to get a bunch of tickets if you start driving at like 200 miles per hour. So to me, that's just, it doesn't make a lot of sense. Now, if you're Bill Gates and then like $3 million, you don't even see it. It doesn't even, it's like pocket change. Then sure, whatever, treat yourself. But this guy can't afford a $3 million car. There's no way.
Well, boys, the deal is officially complete, guys. We just purchased a $3.5 million hypercar at 22 years old. Now, guys, I know what you're probably thinking.
I'm sure
another Miami guru buying a hypercar. But, boys, it's crazy as fuck to think that 3-4 years ago, I was literally dead broke, begging people for $1 to take the city bus home or a ride. And now you guys just watched it come full circle.
But no, we didn't watch it come full circle because we still don't know how you make your money because you haven't explained it. Why don't you tell us specifically how you make your money? Like, what do you do to make this money? The money isn't just coming out of nowhere. Like, come on, dude.
Probably the craziest, stupidest shit I've ever done, but I got here doing crazy, stupid shit. Now, boys, we're going to pick it up later today. Guys, the hardest part about getting this deal done was the insurance, right? Like, who wants to insure a 22-year-old for a $3.5 million car? But we managed to get it done. So you guys, look forward to the reveal. And let's get a little bit different. I don't know if you guys are going to guess what it is, but you'll see.
And obviously, he's just doing this for the attention and to make himself feel special. But these weren't the real motives for going ahead and doing this little stunt with the car and claiming that he's the only 22-year-old to ever own a car like this in the world right now. And that was to immediately turn around and try to use it to sell more of his courses. Because the very next day after he got the car and tried to flex it online, he immediately went onto his story and started making these posts talking about how the opportunity in his market is running out and he's seeing more young people online just flexing their money and flexing different cars like him, and how you need to get into it right now or you're gonna miss the opportunity. And I want you to keep—
why is there that sense of urgency? Why is he actively trying to sell you some shit if he's doing fantastic himself? You wouldn't need to sell anything if you're already doing that great and you can just drop $3 million on a car, which he probably rented for like, what, 1 hour. It must have cost him tens of thousands of dollars if it's not CGI or some shit. Like, this guy is just, he's so fake. Like, how do people look up to this guy? Like, you saw his face. I would be like, yeah, that's someone I trust and I want to actually buy their course. Like, what is wrong with you?
In mind that this is the same guy who only a couple days before buying this stupid ass car went on a random little tangent on one of his fake little podcasts where he was saying that he didn't even want to buy cars or any of that shit anymore, but instead just wanted to help people.
Bro, I wake up every single day and more money enters my bank account than I can spend. I don't want to really buy a new car. I don't want to buy a new watch that bad. It's something on my mind.
But you just bought your new car and made a whole big deal about it. What the fuck is wrong with this guy?
But the only thing I do want to do is serve more people.
And I shit you not, only 7 days later after making this post, he is running all over the fucking place, bragging about being the only 22-year-old in the world to have this type of car, and then trying to use it to trick more people into buying into his courses. And at the same time, just happens to be running this apparent free course that you can use to get a taste of what his courses are actually like. And I went ahead and viewed the free little course, and I can't show any of it because it was copyrighted, but it was only him just sitting there and self-glazing and flexing like he did right here in this advertisement. Like, this is just some crazy work. He can't even keep his mind straight with the message he's trying to send.
Boys, I don't know if you guys are seeing the pattern, but financial inflation is absolutely fucking crazy. Like, we're in a little bit of a period now where you can still enter and kill it online, but like, I don't know how much longer that entry point in that gap is.
And that's the thing. He'll stress the time. He sounds like a used car salesman. He's like, oh, you only have this amount of time to get into this huge business that I'm doing and I'm making all this money and shit. You only have this much time left. You should act now. It's like, dude, we don't need your used car salesman techniques. I'm honestly kind of getting fed up of looking at this guy's face. Let me know in the side chat if we should finish this video or if we should move on to the next topic, because I mean, the pubes, they're everywhere. They're on top, they're over here. There's just so much going on.
Be there, because I scroll 3 rows down, I see another 17-year-old flexing $150,000 a month. A motherfucker like me buying a $3.5 million hypercar. I think now is the last opportunity to get into the online game. before it's just the barrier to entry is too high. But I don't know how you can see shit like this online and just decide to be normal. You're just like, yeah, 3 point. Yeah, but yeah, fuck that guy. He's different. Hi, boss. What the fuck? Boys, you got to be all or nothing, right? For me, I was either going to end up filthy fucking rich or be broke, right? There was no in between. If I had to sit behind a cubicle for 50 years, I'd off myself. And when your back's against the wall like that, when you have nothing.
Yeah, the people have spoken. Dude, you are even, they're tired of seeing this. My audience had enough, and so have I. But that's fine because we have a lot of other topics to talk about. So yeah, goodbye, douche. We figured you out in 12 minutes. We have seen more than enough of you, and I don't think we will need to see any more of you for a while. Unless he gets arrested or some shit like that, I will gladly revisit this topic. Now, if you're watching on YouTube afterwards, and this is just a video on demand, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you enjoy the show and stop in during the live streams. Make sure that the notifications are turned on because I do not have a schedule. So I'll just go live when there's a lot of shit to talk about, just like today. All right. So that is it for that. Sorry about that. I'm getting kind of sick. It's this douchebag aura. It's just that fake smile is just something else. Now, we are going to talk about something very, very different. And I'm talking about Crew Cali. Now, Crew Cali is, unlike the other guy, a very genuine person. So what this guy does is that he feeds the homeless. And you would say, oh, well, why am I making a video on that, right? There's nothing to talk about that. It's just fantastic. Well, this video is different. I watched the intro, and I haven't seen any of this yet. I just watched the intro, and I'm like, I need to talk about this on stream because this looks cartoony. Like, there's no way this is real. Take a look at this intro.
No parking zones. Oh my God, you guys are... That's not. These are not my cars. So I'm gonna ask you guys to move your stuff. Okay, can we finish up? Like we got like maybe 5-10 minutes left. Well, let's do it now. Okay, so we can't finish? No, go do it somewhere else. How long you been out here? Like maybe an hour and a half. Perfect. Why didn't you come an hour ago? Oh, I wasn't here. Well, I'm sorry. It's way past dinner time. Pick up your stuff and move on. All right, man.
So this guy is giving away free food to the homeless, and the cop comes in and says, no, you can't have it. It's past dinner time. And he's saying that to the homeless lady. What's going on here? What is going on? Like, there's no way this is real. So let's see this. Apparently, the cops over there are preventing him from feeding the homeless, which is mind-blowing. But let's see. Let's see. Maybe there's more to it, because it's crazy.
You can just say it nice. You don't got to be so rude about it. Hey, guys. We're back. And today, we're going to be smoking 100 pounds of beef short ribs for the homeless. We found our beef short ribs right here. These are some nice ribs.
They sure are.
And today, we're going to be...
That looks good. Obviously, we're not going to watch the entire cooking part of it because... You know, this guy's video is 36 minutes.
You don't
long,
want this on.
But this is like a good, genuine version of Mr. Beast. Now, I don't want to talk outside of my ass and just be like, talk out of my ass and say like, oh, this is 100% genuine, because I've been burned before. I thought Mr. Beast was genuine and I don't want to be burned again. But from all appearances, this looks to be like a very genuine thing. All his videos are like that, and all his videos are him feeding the homeless. So let's see what happened. Yeah, it was me that covered him, Odd Brother. So I covered him when I was making a video on the Vile Wench of Colorado. The Vile Witch of Colorado. It's a woman that... Anyways, a vile woman. And I was showing in comparison someone that does activism for the homeless and does it in a very positive way. And this was it. It was Crew Cali, which is an amazing channel. Now let's see... you know, he's cooking the ribs. We don't need to watch any of this. Let's see when he starts handing out the food. And most importantly, let's see what happens when the cops show up and what is their reasoning to shut down this free food for the homeless.
God bless you, man. Want a water? Yep. How's your day, man? How's your day today, brother? It's been going good. That's good to hear. You like ribs? For sure. Yeah, this is the ultimate dish right here. We got beef short ribs right here. Nice and juicy. Man. This is the best ribs I ever smoked. Turned out really good.
All right, my mouse disappeared for a while. And that's what I like about this guy. He's not just like buying pizza and shit or like some pre-made shit. He's actually taking the time to make food that is cooked at home, you know, that is healthier than, you know, some just Pizza Hut or Little Caesars like the Harpy. So, yeah, let's see what happens. So far, just him feeding the homeless. This is actually making me really fucking hungry right now. Like, we're looking at this. Wow, this looks good. So let's see what happens when the cops show up.
Hope everything is okay.
Because, okay, the cops already showed up. Maybe it was like, maybe a homeowner was complaining.
A tarp this time, so we were prepared for the heat, but we came out a little bit later because we were in a rush.
So the cops show up over here.
Man, guys, something went down over here. Hope everything is okay. The cops came out here hot. I thought they're gonna arrest me.
Thank you.
Here you go. God bless you. Here you go. God bless. You like it? Well, I.
Okay. This is a no parking zone.
All right, let's see.
These your cars?
No.
Okay. This is a no parking zone.
Oh my God, you guys are
That's not. These are not my cars.
You shouldn't be able to park yourself right there either, because obviously when we're driving through here with our lights and sirens, you need to be able to get through here.
Uh-huh.
So I'm gonna ask you guys to move your stuff.
Okay, can we finish up? Like, we got like maybe 5-10 minutes left. We just got a little bit of food left.
Okay. But you also obstructed police officers who are driving to an emergency.
Well, I tell people to line up on the sidewalk.
Obviously, no one's doing it.
Well, I let people know.
So it won't happen again.
Well, we used to serve at the shelter. For some reason, they didn't want me serving over there no more, so we're just serving right here.
Okay, but you're serving people out in the street.
So we'll change it.
Well, I'm trying to, you know, do the best I can. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how.
He's in a pickle here because he can't go over here because that's private property. And he can't go over here because that's the sidewalk. You're not allowed to block the sidewalk. So the only way to go is here. And then, yeah, it would be good if the people lined up on the sidewalk over here. But, you know, they're homeless people. They're not necessarily going to listen to you. But, I mean, this is really not that big of a deal. Just if the guy has 10 minutes left on his shift to feed these people, just let him finish. He'll be gone in 10 minutes. Like, I don't get it, man.
Well, I would be able to serve people, you know?
I don't either, but right here is not the right place to do that.
Okay, we'll finish up and we'll get out of here.
Thank you.
But we're just trying to make it work the best way we can, you know?
Well, let's do it now.
Okay, so we can't finish?
No, we'll do it somewhere else.
Okay, he's not gonna let us finish, guys, so we're just gonna wrap it up then. All right, guys, that's it.
Oh, you gonna stop me from getting food for my baby?
You said where? You said where I can set it up?
Hold on. Time out. How is this crazy? How is this crazy?
Saying you stop me from getting food for my baby when he come out here.
How long you been out here?
Like maybe an hour and a half.
Perfect. Why didn't you come an hour ago?
Oh, I wasn't here.
Well, I'm sorry. It's way past dinner time.
Oh my God, it's way past dinner time. Like, come on, man. This is so unnecessary. Come on. Like, out of everybody out there, like the guy that's giving food to the homeless, like, he didn't pick that spot anticipating that there was going to be an emergency. And like the cop said, it's not him that's creating the problem. It's the people that are lining up. Oh man, this is not a good look. This is not a good look at all, man. This is really not a good look. There's so many people that are doing disgusting things in the world that are net negatives. And this guy is a net positive. He's out here feeding the homeless and you're giving him trouble. Like, let me know in the chat. This is crazy. Like, what's going on here? Is there any way to justify this?
Well, so we can't finish?
No, you cannot finish. Clean up your stuff and move on.
All right, man. You could just say it nice. You don't gotta be so rude about it. You
I
know.
asked you nicely, and you're argumentative.
No, I was just asking if we can finish. I just asked nicely. Okay, I'm saying we're gonna leave, but I just asked. That's not being argumentative. Guys, the cops are super rude out here. We can't finish. We're just gonna wrap out. I'm sorry, guys. That's it. He's gonna. Yeah, it's all good, guys. That's it. We're wrapping up. I'm sorry. The cop said no. That's it. We can't pass out no more food. We're done. I don't want to get a ticket. I'm super sorry, guys. Yeah, it's messed up, guys. Nothing was getting blocked off. They were just making things up. They pulled through, no problems. I guess we got kicked out by the cops. This is the first time this happened. Super rude. Guys, that's it. I'm sorry. We're wrapping up. No more food. He said I can't even pass on no more plates. He said I can't even stay here for a couple minutes.
The only thing that I would see might be a legitimate problem is like the littering over there. Over there, I don't know if that was there before. We might as well look before. It looks like, was the street clean before? Hold
on. In a special way.
It looks like the street was already dirty, so the littering is not coming from his food.
Neither, but right here.
No more place. Food, you guys are 13. Guys, if anybody wants food, you guys got to go on the sidewalk. We literally just need like 3 minutes, sir. We're gonna pass out the food real quick. There's just people.
I'm telling you what the rules are. You can either choose to follow the rules, or you can choose not to follow the rules.
Yes, sir. Put it on the grass.
No. They don't want me on their property. It's fine. Guys, that's what we deal with sometimes around here. It's Crew Cali. Yeah, Philippines 413. Nothing stops the mission.
So it looks like that's it. He relocated. Yeah, really bad look for the cops. You know, I'm pro cops. Like, I watch a lot of body cam videos. That's how I pay the bills. And 99% of the time, the cops are right in the body cam videos that I watch. Now, if you go watch body cams like Lackluster and shit like that focuses on police brutality and shit like that, then yeah, you might see a different outcome. But most of the time on the body cams, I see the cops are in the right. In this case, this is ridiculous. This does not look good whatsoever. So that was Crew Cali. I don't think we need to watch the rest. He was able to relocate, give the rest of the food. So that's Crew Cali. Very solid channel. I want to see what the comment section is saying. A cop lecturing a homeless person about being on time and it being way past dinner time is flipping insane. You know, this police officer is disgusting. It just doesn't look good. It doesn't look good. Power trip. Like, this is not a good look. And the cop knew that this was being recorded. It's just a really, really, really bad look. But let's move on to the next topic. All right. So this topic is a little bit interesting, a little bit different. Apparently, YouTube has been forcing AI on content creators. Let's take a look.
Okay, I want you to watch these two videos and tell me if you see the difference between them.
Given to Fly, that's one of your riffs. That has such a unique groove to it. What are you playing on the guitar during that?
Well, I
I don't even, honestly,
I have to tune it.
What is the tuning of it?
It's DADGAD.
Okay.
Here, let me play that again because I see the difference, but it's very
DADGAD.
subtle.
Okay.
Yeah, here they added an AI filter, like an AI upscaler or an enhancer.
Do you see it, or is it just me? Last night, Rick called me and he sent me those two videos and he said, look at this. What do you see? And immediately I noticed one of them looked like an AI deep fake of his short. You can see it in his face, in his hair, in Mike McCready's face, his facial features. It just looks uncanny and weird and fake. It just looks like AI made it, but that's not an AI deepfake. Both of those videos are Rick's videos. One was uploaded to Instagram and one was uploaded to YouTube Shorts. And the one that looks like an AI deepfake is here on YouTube. And as we were talking about this, he told me to go look at my stuff. So I pulled up my most recent example of a video that I uploaded to YouTube and to Instagram. And lo and behold, the one on YouTube looks like an AI deepfake. At first, it's a little difficult to tell, but if you start to look at things like the neck pickup on the Gretsch that I'm playing, or the way the strings go over the pickup, or the Sting logo on the shirt that I'm wearing, or the wrinkles on the shirt, or the details of my hair, it just looks wrong. And the more you look at it, the more it starts to step out. But I wanted to be sure that it wasn't just
That's
me.
crazy, because honestly, we have a problem with AI taking over social media. There is so much AI content. And the fact that YouTube is using this AI enhancer without the consent of the content creator is really bad, because there's some people that may want to have their video look exactly the way it is. It might not be the highest quality, but they want it to look like that. And then YouTube is putting these weird ass filters. And I wanted to show you guys just how powerful AI is, especially when it comes to music. I've been wanting to do that for a while on a live stream, and I think today is a very good time when we're on this topic. How long do you think would it take to create an album of, let's say, EDM / Viking music, something that is pretty unique, right? It's pretty unique when it's like a mix that you might not have heard before. So if you were to create it with a Moog 1 in the back, or if you were to create it with a Korg PA5X, how long do you think that would take? Or if you were to use it, create it from scratch from FL Studio or something like that. Now, it would take months, but let's see how quickly can we create an album like that. So I'm going to move on to the other scene, which is, let's see. I guess I'm going to do it on the other screen. So this is how quick it would happen. You go to DeepSeek. No, that's some other bullshit. You go to DeepSeek, then you do this, and you're like, please give me prompts for a text to music AI software. I am looking for a Viking EDM fusion. And you say this. And then you just wait. And then it will just give you a bunch of prompts. Now, you open Suno. And then Suno is going to ask you, okay, well, what do you want to make? So you just go here and you say, hey, category 1, epic and cinematic. Okay, so you go here. You copy and you paste over here. You click instrumental, and then you wrote this and you create. No, Suno is not 30 seconds per track. Suno is like, it can make very long music. It's nuts how powerful AI has become. And so now it has made Epic Synthwave. We'll be able to listen to it within a few seconds. Starting slow. Now it's loading. Like, that sounds so fucking good. It sounds too good. Like, it's taking away all the creativity. Like, now, how long would it take to make that shit from scratch when you can just make it like this? It took 2 minutes. And all you have to do is just click that button a couple more times and you have an entire album. you have an entire album. Let's listen to the second one. That sounds way too fucking good. Something like this should take 10 hours to make. It is very difficult to make music from scratch. And it's like, yeah, it's a useful tool, but think about it. If it took me this long to make music like this, then people are going to spam that shit on YouTube like there's no tomorrow. And there is a lot of these channels that are just spamming the fuck out of this. And they're releasing one album per day because they can. And it's so hard to tell the difference between AI music like this and someone making it from scratch. Now, of course, if you start putting in lyrics and there's someone singing, then it's going to be a lot easier to tell. Because when it comes to vocals, AI always sounds samey. It doesn't sound very different. But without the vocals, this sounds fucking amazing. Like it's scary how good this shit is. And you see, it all has a similar style. You could go over here and take the other styles that DeepSeek has given you to make an entire album that sounds different. And as a musician, when I look at this, I'm like, was AI music a good idea? Yes or no? It's hard to tell. It's hard to tell. But let's keep watching. That was a little bit of a left turn. I wanted to show you guys for a while, and I'm glad I got to show you guys because it's mind-blowing how quick you can make an album. But let's see what they had to say about these AI filters.
And Rick, because admittedly we're both nerds for this kind of stuff. So I went over and asked my wife, who is a professional photographer. She spends her days editing photos and film photos that she developed and making content of her own. And this is what she had to say. Okay, can I get your reaction to this really quick? These are screen recordings of my short. One is from Instagram and one is from YouTube. This is Instagram. That's YouTube.
You look kind of like, oh, this one's fake.
So you think the YouTube one is fake?
This looks weird. Your shirt looks weird. The wrinkles in your shirt looks weird. Oh, why is the pickup like that?
That's the video. That's the actual video we posted.
Oh, it's like really, it looks like it's AI.
Okay.
You're so right. Now Spotify is full of AI made music, and it's just too powerful. Like if you mix DeepSeek and Suno, it's way too powerful. It's like, it's unfortunate because, you know, I have a music channel. It's very, very small. It's very small, and I play the music. And if I wasn't recording myself playing it, there would be no point because I cannot compete with something that is made like this. I'm not that good of a musician. Musicians that are extremely good, you know, like well-known bands and film composers, yeah, they'll be able to compete. They've been doing this their whole life. But as just a hobbyist, I cannot compete with AI music. There is no way. So that's why I show myself on camera to show, look, this is real. I'm really playing it now. But if it was just audio, it would be terrible. And it is fun. It is fun to play around. You're 100% right, Riverwind. It is fun. Like, I obviously learned this for a reason because as a musician, I'm interested. But the problem is the impact it will have on social media, where eventually everything is going to be AI. You're rarely going to find content that is not AI. And I hope we don't get there, but it sure looks like that's where we're heading.
AI, that's the short that we uploaded. This is Rick. This is his YouTube shorts.
Oh, that you can definitely tell.
Look at that.
Yeah, you can definitely
Here's
tell.
the same one on Instagram.
That has Given to Fly.
Oh, weird.
That's one of your riffs.
Right? That looks fake. Like if I saw that and my brain would flag that as like, oh, Rick's uploading AI content now.
Is it something that we unintentionally agreed to in the terms and conditions?
I don't know.
Or that has been updated that we didn't realize we agreed to, that they're just...
So that's a very interesting question. She's very smart, this lady, because not often will a content creator read the entire terms of service because they're very long. So she does have a good point. Did we agree to this? And I don't remember seeing terms of service update recently. So I don't know. Like, I don't know. It's a good question.
Doing?
I'm not sure. Okay, so here's a Reddit thread that I found, r/.
Like, another situation where AI is really taking over is ASMR. Because the thing with AI is that before it wasn't able to make sound. But now, the fruit glass cutting is the most viral shit ever. So I'm going to show you a little bit of that. So before, AI was just making a video, and you had to manually put in the sound effects, and you had to manually put in all the audio. But now with the introduction of Veo 3, which is Google's AI, now they are able to generate the sound effects of what you're witnessing. So, for example, this video from 2 months ago with 463,000 views. Like, that sounds real. It sounds like they're cutting a glass onion, or in this case, a glass coconut. And the sound effects are just so good. You see that? So there's that are becoming very popular. And the problem is that once one video goes viral, they all start making the same shit and they start spamming the fuck out of YouTube. Now, if you take a look at the lying down in beds AI, this is a new trend. This one got 1.7 million views in 4 weeks, where this once again is ASMR. They'll have an AI character that lies down into a different bed. This one is made out of red, and the sound effects are different every single time. And it's like, if you start watching some of these, you can stay there easily for 30 minutes watching this shit. It's like mind numbing, and it's crazy. And they start you see how she just went in there and magically the leaves went over her legs? It doesn't always make sense, but it's just crazy how they're able to push out so much content. It's becoming very problematic because, like, let's say you're an ASMR channel and that you try to make these sounds and these weird little sounds. I'm not into that personally, but let's say you try to make these sounds and you're trying to make good ASMR content. How do you compete with 1,000 videos posted every single day of sounds that you cannot create yourself because they're not real? How do you compete with that? It's crazy. It's nuts. So for certain genres, AI is going to completely take over. And unfortunately, I think that's what's happening here with ASMR. With music, it will take longer, but it's starting. Anyways, let's get back to the video.
YouTube says YouTube Shorts are almost certainly being AI upscaled. And they've got a few screenshots here of Hank Green, who I love. These are 2 different screenshots from one of Hank's shorts. Now, OP here says, I've been having an issue for several days wherein shorts looked smeary or as if there was an oil effect applied to them. That's actually a good way to put it. It's like an oil painting sort of look. I couldn't figure out what was different, but I just realized today that it's very likely some form of AI upscaling being applied to the videos. For instance, here's Hank Green from a normal looking short that I took a screenshot of earlier. And here he is less than 12 hours later. Now, you may not immediately see it, but if you scroll down in the post here, they did some excellent work where they took different screenshots at different resolutions and compared them to the original. So the original is here in the bottom center. And when you look at Hank's ear, you can clearly see that there's some kind of AI upscaling going on, especially on this upscaled 1080p. Now, this person says both of these screenshots were taken of the same frame on the same day in the same browsing session and at the same resolution settings. I genuinely thought I was losing my mind until I arrived at this conclusion. It's very clear to see what appears to be upscaling artifacts in the bottom screenshot that you wouldn't expect to see from a simple resolution change, like the extra punchy shadows and the weirdly sharp edges where brightness changes quickly. The most telling sign for me is that the hair looks like plastic in the upscaled version, which seems fairly common to me among AI upscaling models. I thought it might only be
that is so true, because once you use AI on hair, it looks so weird. It looks so strange. Yeah. So I think this guy has proven his case. Let's see, why is YouTube doing this? That's his theory.
Dark, and there's not a ton of data. It's got this oil painting kind of look to it, but it's inconsistent across the board. Like, it seems to be really smeary and oil painty up here, and down here it's hyper detailed, hyper sharp and weird. And then down here, look at my hand, my right hand, like my fingers are oddly soft. That is not.
And that's the thing. AI is also going to focus on one part of the image and the rest looks shittier. Like, I have to use AI for my body cam videos. Sometimes I have to enhance the image of one of the subjects because the quality is so low. And that's what it does. It will make the image in the background look so blurry, but the main focus of the image, the person, is going to look extremely clear.
My original recording. All right, but let's just go to YouTube and go to Shorts. Okay.
Yeah, okay, mine was. I think he has proven his case. Let's see why he has a huge problem with this.
Online and just in the public discourse. Some people have fully adopted it into their daily life. And then on the other end of the spectrum, you have people that are hardline anti-artificial intelligence because of the environmental impacts, the implications that it has. And on that spectrum, I'm somewhere sort of left of center. I do use it. I use ChatGPT and Gemini in my daily life. For me, the only way I've found it to be useful, though, is mostly as like a organizational production administrative tool. Running a YouTube channel is a ton of work. It takes a lot of focus and a lot of energy. And so I have found use in having these different LLMs help me organize video ideas, topics, help me write descriptions for.
So personally, I use it a lot for art. For example, the thumbnail of this very live stream, I just took a picture of myself. Let's see if we can pull it up over here. I just took a picture of myself, say, give it a futuristic background. You know, I'm a small channel. I cannot afford to hire an artist to make thumbnails for me that would look like this. And I don't know how to do it myself. So I use it for YouTube art and stuff like that. And yeah, it looks a little different when you compare the two. And I definitely use it to upscale images that are too blurry to use for thumbnails. But I'm cautious with AI. I think that, yeah, it's a useful tool, but we don't want it to replace all the art. Because like I said, for me, I can't afford it to hire an editor that can make these insane thumbnails. So it's a very good tool. And at the same time, I'm competing against other people that use AI to make thumbnails. So I would be in a loss not to use it, but it is a slippery slope.
My videos, help to go through my analytics and my data on YouTube and kind of figure out what's working and what's not working. But I do not use artificial intelligence to create content for me. And I do not use it as a way to replace my own creativity or my own thought process. For me, that's the line. I'm not going to put my voice out there or my creative work out there or a video out there where I've let the machine, so to speak, do the work for me. But when you see that short that clearly has some kind of AI upscaling on it, I think it's going to lead people to think that I am using AI to create my videos, or that it's been deepfaked, or that I'm cutting corners somehow. And that's important to me. I think it will inevitably erode viewers' trust in my content or Rick's content or any of the other creators on this platform that we all watch and we all follow. When you notice something has been made with AI, I think it does sort of erode that trust. It makes you question the reality of what you're seeing. Is this actually real? Is this actually Rick interviewing Mike McCready, or is this actually Rhett playing this Gretsch guitar? The trust of
He's 100% right. If you're in the mood for AI and it's fully disclosed, then yeah, there's no problem with it. But if someone is passing something as a video and they're like saying, hey, look at this, I'm doing this, and then you suspect that there's AI involved, you're going to get pissed off and you're going to click off and you might even unsubscribe. So yeah, I thought this was a very interesting topic to close the show because I wasn't aware of this and it might have a significant impact on YouTubers and on the trust, as he was saying. Let's see what the viewers have to say. And this guy got a lot of views on this, 633,000, over 10,000 comments. And the top one says, here's a feature that no one asked for and forced on our users in secret. You're welcome, YouTube. That is messed up because that's what it is. No one asked for this and they're forcing it on certain content creators. If you're watching on YouTube, please subscribe to the channel. Make sure you turn on notifications because I go live at random. I don't have a schedule and it's a lot of fun over here if you're here live. So make sure to stop by. All right. I think that's it. The Fall Guys tab 4? That is a very good question. I was going to talk about... Wait, was it here? Hold on. Was it this page? I don't know if it was this page. Let's see where he is. Yeah, I was going to talk about Twitch and how they have taken care of view botting. It was this video by...
Welcome back.
This video by Dolan Darkus. But I feel like there's not enough. And I'm going to cover it in another video. Plus, I'm getting kind of tired. I'm sick. So I'm just going to go make dinner. I'm still thinking about those ribs, man. That shit looks so delicious. So I'm going to go make dinner. But honestly, thank you so much, everybody, for being here. The streams are gaining some traction. We're at 400 subscribers on the channel so far, which is great. Really good. It's growing at a very good rate. I'm very happy with this. I think the goal was to get 1,000 subscribers by Halloween, but I'm sure we're going to get there within like a week or two. So yeah, a lot of fun. Make sure to subscribe when notifications turned on. And if you're into body cam videos, I'm about to post one on Josh Prime 2. Link is in the description. So yeah, thank you so much for being here. We had Tim Hicks in the house, Red River Tech, Odd Brother. Thank you so much, you guys. It was a lot of fun. And yeah, I'm going to see you guys. Oh, hope we get to see the FBI agent with the level 27 clearance soon. Man, this guy has been giving us so much content. Like, I'm behind. There is so much content regarding that specific FBI agent, which I'm probably going to go watch within a few minutes here as I'm cooking dinner. Yeah, thank you so much for watching, everybody, and I'll see you guys.